you know that Rey Mysterio had his very first WrestleMania match in March of 2003? And Javon Evans was born in April of 2004. And last night they were in a match at WrestleMania together in 2026.
Oh my god, that is a mindfuck. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. That's pretty
That
crazy.
is mental. It's
It is
kind of cool though.
Oh, fair play. Like that is fucking cool.
Yeah. I think it's mad all the different generations that we have in wrestling. The fact that we still have Rey Mysterio, like
For now.
For
about 3 weeks.
Exactly.
4 weeks maybe.
I feel like they're all going, which we will talk about, but I don't want them to.
Then night two. Night two was
We're on to night two. So I had hopes and I was really like just wanting this to be great, and we'll get into it, and we'll start off with our opener, Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar. What did we think?
What you mean? You know what we think. It was fucking fantastic.
So good.
It's. I wanted it a bit differently, but
Yeah.
everybody wants, like, you know, I wanted the kick out at one of the F5 and just getting up and destroying them.
Yeah.
If you told me beforehand was winning, I'll take it. I don't overly not that I don't care how they did it well. They did it perfectly. I was very happy with it, and then I was very, very shocked.
Yeah, I was very, very shocked too. Oba did a great job as well. Just as everything, his strut all the way down to the ring. I was surprised he strutted all the way down. Now, I did predict he would do it, but I didn't expect him to actually just strut the entire way. I was doing it with him. My arms were killing me.
And you were doing it in place. He was having to walk 70 yards.
Exactly. But yeah, the match itself was amazing. It wasn't too far off what you predicted. Just the F5 kick out didn't really happen, but the kind of domination at the end, where it was like a back and forth and like for very, very short. It was a very short match, and
yeah, but it was still I think it was 5 or 6 minutes.
That's quite short.
It is quite short. I had it as a minute, and you did have Brock get a lot of offense in, which, at the end of the day, that's probably good for Oba as well, because he gets to get not dominated, Jesus, but he gets to take that offense off Brock and just get up, just kind of ends up still beating him. So it means something.
Exactly. It's not like beating a veteran who is on his way out, where you can see that he probably should have retired a while ago, and you can see that it's just a retirement match in that sense. Then when you beat that legend, it's not the same as beating them in their prime. So, but Brock can still fucking go, and Oba beat that version of Brock Lesnar, which, rocket on his back. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with Oba.
Yes, same here. But now we also have no versions of Brock Lesnar in WWE, because apparently he's retired.
I know. When I saw him sitting down, it was just it slowly dawned on us what was happening. I was like, oh my god, he's retiring. This is it.
Yeah, and then it dawned on me what was actually happening, because he's a big old liary shite. Because I don't think that he's retired. I think that that's a work, and I think that we're going to get Brock versus Gunther at SummerSlam.
No.
What's the favour?
No.
Oh, okay, we're going to come back to this. Okay. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to put it everywhere, and we'll see.
Okay.
Okay? Because I think that Brock sold like a motherfucker. I think he was emotional, of course, because I don't think he's retiring. I think he's retiring at SummerSlam. But this is his last WrestleMania. Brock has so many memories from WrestleMania. He has so many memories with Paul. Broke the streak. I don't think it was that hard for him to tap into the emotions that we saw.
Yeah.
Because WrestleMania is a big deal. So this being his last one, and then he utilised it to be like, I'm going to write myself off TV for a while. I'm also going to garner fan appreciation. And I said it to you afterwards as he was walking up. That was his face turn. That wasn't his retirement.
You did say that. And I was like, really? That was interesting that you would say that. Now, I don't know if that's just the baby wrestling brain of me, but
No, I think I could get a lot of I'll get a lot of shit off wrestling fans for this, because I think most wrestling fans are probably like, that's a great way to retire, that's perfect, and it is. Personally, looking at it, I think it's a fake out, and I think that's to turn him face, to get the crowd cheering him, because you got Oba over. Thank you for everything you've done. Leave the gloves in the ring. And then move on, and now the fans are like, yeah, Brock, oh my God, everything he did for us. And then when he comes back at SummerSlam, he's going to get cheered. He's going to get all the cheers while he gets strangled by Gunther, who just fucking accentuates those boos even more.
I disagree. just because I just don't, I genuinely thought that was like the perfect way for Brock to retire. Just with his wise man, and like they're hugging, and it's at WrestleMania. I just feel like, yeah, that was it. Like,
I personally also agree.
Okay.
I think it is the perfect way for him to retire. I'm just saying, now this is probably my wrestling brain where I'm conspiracy, you know? But I don't think it is. I think it's a work. I think that we're going to see him because SummerSlam is the first ever 2-night SummerSlam. And it's coming from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Brock Lesnar's home. So it's just
that does make me think.
That's if it was anywhere else. If this was the first ever 2-night SummerSlam from New Jersey, I'd be like, Brock is gone. Brock is retired.
Yeah, that'd be like. I suppose that'd be like Cena retiring when the next big PLE is happening in Boston.
Exactly.
That wouldn't make sense.
It's insane. So let's keep our eyes peeled, because Gunther has himself a little favour.
Yeah.
So he does. So
yes, he does.
So
also, we saw this on the after show. Is it post show of Oba?
Oba called somebody out
He did.
for the end of the year.
Interesting.
He's like, by the end of the year, I'm going to be ready.
Yeah, if this doesn't happen by the end of the year, I'll be writing a letter. False advertising.
But yes, he calls out the OTC.
Exciting. I really want to see that matchup. Imagine them going back and forth on the mic.
That would be interesting.
Fuck yeah.
I would absolutely love to see that. Just to see Oba hold his own, because we know he can now. Yeah. And just to see Roman, because we know Roman likes to try and trip people up. Like, not try and trip people up, but he basically is at a level now where he's confident, where he's like, you have to keep up. I'm not lowering down. I'm not coming down to your level. You're going to keep up at mine, or you're going to be exposed at mine. One or the other. But that's exactly how John treated him. So, he learned through fire. He had to go through fire to get to that point.
Yeah.
And fuck me, did he go through some fire.
Yeah.
He went through some shit on the mic with John Cena, So he's at that point now where he is like, I get it. Like, yeah, you do have to sink or swim. So...
Especially when they have such high hopes for you. Like,
yes.
They throw you in the deep end because it's like sink or swim. Like, that's it. And also, just putting Roman and Oba together is like my fantasy booking.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Yes, please. I want to see that. Like,
you want to see that for different reasons, though.
I have my own reasons, okay? And I don't think I'm the only woman who would also have those reasons.
All right, keep it in your pants and move on.
We will move on to the Intercontinental Championship ladder match, which was a fucking banger. What did we think?
Yeah, so this is the reference to Javon and Ray being in the same match together. This was, speaking of Javon, he was the absolute standout of the match.
Oh, he was, that cutter he did from the top rope onto
Rusev, who was on the ladder,
was on the ladder. I was like, he's not going to get there. That's way too far. And then he did, and it was fucking awesome.
I know, but you know why he got there, though?
Oh, because Rusev kind of jumped a little, didn't he?
No, because your boy is bouncy.
I didn't see that coming, actually. He's like, oh, shit. He got me.
Oh, but him throughout this entire match, yes, obviously Rusev looked like he half jumped off the ladder to kind of give it to him.
I'll give you a little help.
But
A little bit of help.
just a little help. You just need a little help. It's all good.
All the rest is you. All you.
But I picked Javon for this.
Yeah.
And I think right up until the very end, when we got to the finish, I would have bet, not everything, but I would have bet a lot that Javon was winning this match.
It was going that way.
It seemed like it was. They were showcasing the shit out of him. And like I said to you, he would have been the youngest ever Intercontinental Champion. And to win that at WrestleMania, I thought that would have been a huge deal for him. Now, obviously, they have other plans. Like they can make history with him in different ways. They can, he can still be the youngest Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, that can still happen. Right?
Yeah. Now, I don't know why I was thinking it. Obviously, I was thinking forward to the main event later. But as Penta won and he was sitting at the top of the ladder, I thought to myself, what if they had given it to Javon, and then that's a way to write Penta out of the Intercontinental title scene strong, so he doesn't get pinned to lose it. Roman beats CM Punk. Roman is on Monday Night Raw and is in the main event segment basically talking about how he put down Old Man Punk. He's back in charge. It's going to be another 2,000-day reign this time. There's nobody who's going to stop me. Do you know what they have? Mm-hmm. They have zero chance of stopping him. And then the lights, you don't have to put the lights out, but everything then shimmers red. Ooh. And people might have zero chance to take it off your Roman. But there's also a man here with zero fear. Cero miedo. And Penta comes down and answers. Well, it's not an open challenge round, but basically comes down face to face with Roman. And then we start the program between Penta and Roman.
Fuck yeah, I want to see that. Oh my god.
That would have been cool, because when I seen him on the top of the ladder with the title, I was thinking, shit, that was an opportunity to move him into the main event scene and do it really strong.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bummed, because obviously I thought that and it ruined my enjoyment for Penta. I'm delighted for him. I really want that push eventually. But
technically a fantasy book right there.
A little fantasy book that could have been.
They could have been fantasy book. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate Penta's
Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat gear coming out?
So cool.
Yeah.
He looked awesome.
And that little promo before when he came out, that was really cool too.
Yeah.
The Shao Kahn Mortal Kombat thing was fucking fantastic.
So good. And Rey Mysterio's entrance too.
Yeah, that was a Deadpool reference, I believe.
Was it Deadpool?
I
said Deadpool first, and then you changed your mind.
I said Deadpool, and then I remembered that they were advertising the Street Fighter stuff.
Yeah.
So I thought it might have been I cannot remember. I'm not a massive Street Fighter guy. I can't remember the main bad guy in Street Fighter, but I thought it might have been referencing him. But then I saw the director of the Deadpool movies, or whatever, Rob Liefeld, was sent a bunch of Rey Mysterio last night in the jacket, so obviously it must be a Deadpool reference. Ray has done this in the past. He's obviously done the Joker and stuff like that in the past. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know
so
that.
Much so, another interesting Rey Mysterio fact for you today. WWE actually got a cease and desist from Marvel to tell Rey Mysterio to stop coming out because he came out as Captain America, he came out as a couple of others, and then Marvel sent them a cease and desist basically saying he can't do that anymore. Which fucking sucks, doesn't it?
Why couldn't they just say, look, you can't do that anymore, but if you want to, how about a partnership? Why did it be all fucking bitchy about it?
But why do you even need a partnership? He's not, he's just cosplaying.
Yeah, no, but it's Rey Mysterio.
Exactly, yeah.
Surely that's good for them.
Yeah, I know, I don't get it either. I always thought it was a weird choice for them to do that, so...
Yeah, fuck them. Anyway, we got sidetracked. But, yeah, I picked Penta to win. And we'll get to it, but I was very happy that he won. I just want to see him have the title a little longer. And I genuinely thought that's where they would go with it, because Penta is over as fuck. And it makes sense that he would have the title. It was I either wanted it to be Penta, and then my second choice would have been Rey, just because of what we spoke about.
With the fantasy book with him and Dom in Italy.
Yeah, so that would have worked out really well too.
That would have.
Next on the card then, it was the United States Championship match. Sami Zayn versus Trick Williams. What did you think?
It was fun. This was
Yeah.
it was a fun night. I don't think we're going to be talking about too many bad matches in this, in fairness.
No, there wasn't.
They all delivered. This was really good. Delighted for Trick. That entrance was fucking awesome.
So good.
It was so good. Lil Yachty, fair play to him. Like, he's bearable. He's one of the more bearable celebrities.
Yeah.
I'd still rather not have to like have Lil Yachty with Trick in the thing.
He didn't take away from it, and I think that's at the bare minimum what you should expect from a celebrity.
Yes, and in fairness to him, a couple of times he genuinely did add to it. Like, he sold like a motherfucker with the haluva kick.
And I just really liked their back and forth when they were first in the ring, like on on
SmackDown, a couple of weeks back. Yes,
I really liked their back and forth because you could tell they're actually friends and they were just having fun.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case. But yeah, we have Trick as with his first title now on the main roster.
Yeah, I'm like absolutely delighted for him.
You're delighted for Trick, however, we must mourn the loss of a fantasy book.
Yeah.
Because the Black Veil Syndicate has not risen to the WrestleMania occasion. However, it still lives.
It still lives.
It may still be out there. What will happen Friday?
Well, you never know. We could literally have, this is what happened backstage after WrestleMania, and you see Sammy just losing his mind or something, and you have their Alistair pop in.
Interesting little tidbit for you. Obviously, bringing up Alistair, your Black Veil Syndicate, the Pat McAfee spot in the Randy Orton Cody Rhodes rivalry.
Yeah,
that was originally penciled in for Alistair Black. Yep.
What?
Yep, and then that's the TKO then forced in Pat McAfee, but that was originally penciled in for Alistair apparently.
That's why Alistair was in the background.
Yes, and I have a feeling they're probably going. That's the storyline that they've obviously put on the shelf till after WrestleMania now, and I'm assuming we're going to get that going forward to whatever degree.
Oh, where he basically is kind of doing Karrion Kross, where he's trying to corrupt like faces essentially, and
it is annoyingly the exact same as Kross, and you know my feelings on that because I fucking love Kross. Like, it's Kross and Scarlett, and then you have Damien and Zelina. It's similar. Now, don't get me wrong, if you have a good character and you can copy and paste and do really good storylines, it works, but it's very blatantly obvious.
Yeah, definitely. Really good match, though. I very much enjoyed it, and I'm delighted for Trick Williams, our new United States champion. Next, then, was the Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio.
So, before they went live with WrestleMania, they obviously had a backstage thing with Dom and Adam Pearce. He was annoying the shite out of him, and this match became a street fight. Yeah. And you actually said this a couple of minutes into it, that it was actually a really good idea to change this. Like, the street fight was actually needed.
I think so. I think it made it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Because you got the Demon. The Demon was able to take some damage because Dom was using weapons. If Dom was getting, like, not the better of him, but was getting offense in just wrestling-wise, you'd kind of be a little frustrated because it's the Demon. Like, Finn, as a wrestler, should be able to take Dom on a regular day, but as the Demon, he should just destroy him. But with weapons and tables involved, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And the Finn as the Demon is just so much fun to watch. Like, him coming down that ramp, selling it like a motherfucker, the streamers just all falling on top of him, and
I think it made it look so much cooler.
It did look cooler, but at the same time I was also thinking, was that meant to happen? Is he like now like freaking out internally thinking shit, or was that meant to happen? But regardless,
we'll probably find out on Unreal.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Yeah, probably. But no, it was fucking great. I love the Demon. I love Finn. I hope this is where now he can kickstart his singles run again, get people behind him, get back to a world title scene. Who doesn't want to see Finn and Roman?
I know.
Like, I would love to see Finn and Roman. I know that's me, but I think there's loads of wrestling fans who would love to see that. You're a new wrestling fan, and you can see the possibilities of Finn and Roman without even knowing the history there. You do know the history, but so many people, new fans, wouldn't.
Yeah.
And, like, not that it doesn't matter. You can show that in, like, what we do now. But people would love to see that. And then imagine building to a tribal chief versus the Demon match at like SummerSlam or something like that, and then you have to have Roman try and take out the Demon.
That would be really cool. I
And
really
lose.
want to see that. Yeah, I thought Finn did amazing. He proper looked so cool with all that makeup, and Dominic was just shitting his pants. He was just like, dude, I don't want to get in the ring with that. Like, I don't want to do it.
He sold that great before the match.
He did.
I really appreciated that. He looked fucking terrified.
It was so good.
But that coup de grace through the table for the win,
yes.
like the crowd really got amped up near the end, and that's exactly what you want. And then just to have that moment, it felt like a genuine WrestleMania moment for Finn, which I don't think he's had many of, if any. So that felt like a proper WrestleMania moment where Finn can be like Demon Finn, coup de grace, through Dom, through the table, putting a full stop and an exclamation mark on my Judgment Day career.
Yeah.
So, like, that was cool to see for him.
I'm excited to see what they're going to do with Finn now, because I'm assuming that is him finished with the Judgment Day, or it definitely should be. And
It absolutely should be.
I know, but I don't trust him after the fucking MTF.
MFT and Wyatt 6. MTF.
MTF, whatever they're fucking called.
Yeah, the MFTs and the Wyatt 6. Yeah, that's been going on since, I think we said before, what was it, 1937?
I think it's November, but still very long.
November of 1937?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But yeah, I just don't trust them. So it should be the end. And if it is the end, I am really excited to see where Finn is going to go. What's he going to do? And I'm just hoping they do it right. They do it right. And because he deserves it. And it's just, I think we've all waited for just a really good run with Finn. And yeah, we'll see.
I think we're all on that wagon with you.
Yeah, definitely. Next then on the card was the WWE Women's Championship match, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley.
This was the longest women's match of the weekend, lengthwise. Yeah. I think they got a good bit over 10 minutes, so it was nice to see. At least they could have done with a few more minutes. However, I will say this was the best women's match of the weekend.
Yeah,
and this was probably Jade Cargill's best match in a WWE ring.
Yeah.
It was definitely one of the best matches of her career. So
yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good match.
It was a really good match. I thought it was crazy to see EO come out and just take out Michin and BFAB, because obviously we were speculating that Bianca could be the third person to come out and help, because we thought, numbers advantage. Nah, EO just kicked the shite out of the two of them, which I don't mind. That's fine. We'll get that done. I'm happy to see Rhea with the Women's Championship. Where does Jade go from here? It's a great match.
Yeah.
Like, I am happy to see Rhea, but I'm happy to see Rhea as the champion. I'm confused as to what we do with Jade.
Could have Jade go up against Liv. Jade and Liv.
But then you would have to move Jade then to Raw.
Maybe that's where she needs to be.
Maybe. That's a fair point. And I don't mind that. And I would be very interested in seeing it. I think that would actually add a very fresh layer to Jade, where she gets to go up against a lot of these other wrestlers that she hasn't yet.
Charlotte Flair.
She's on SmackDown.
Fuck.
But like Stephanie, you could have
Stephanie,
you could have Stephanie, take Stephanie away from Liv and have Jade attack Stephanie on Raw, announce that as Jade's appearance, or that's her changing over to Raw, and like they do like some trade, you could send somebody else over, and then have Jade versus Stephanie on Raw then as a program, and it makes sense for both of them then why they're not in the title picture. Like Jade's trying to make a name off of Stephanie on Raw kind of thing.
Yeah, just a really good rivalry, I think, is what Jade needs.
She does. Well, the problem with Jade is, and it's unfortunate, she would be further along if not for the fact that Bianca has been out for so long, because that's her story. Everything that happened with Naomi, she finished that story, but then you still have the stuff with Bianca. That's all still up in the air, and it's going to be for the foreseeable future.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm curious, like, when that finally does happen, it's going to be huge, I think.
I think it can be. It has the potential to be, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. We then, before we go on to the main event of the evening, we had a little moment where Cena was in the ring doing his attendance. There was air quotes. And he got interrupted by The Miz and
Kit Wilson.
Which was a really good interaction, and The Miz was basically, I want my WrestleMania moment, and Cena was just like, sure, and then he goes to Kit Wilson, he goes, I don't think we've met, you are? And it was like, oh, it was such a good dig, I loved it.
It was very good.
Yeah.
And then...
He's even polite when he's being mean.
Yeah. And then obviously we get to the point where we all expected this to be going. Danhausen.
Very nice, very evil.
However, Danhausen is not alone.
No, he's
so
not.
he comes out in this little truck type thing. I don't know what you would call it. But he also comes out with these... I thought they were children. So we both, I believe, thought they were children. However, Michael Cole doing such a fantastic job. He corrected us because he wanted to let us know that this group told Michael Cole that they wanted to be known as the Danhausen Midgets.
Yep, and he put a lot of emphasis on that word.
He did,
well.
and when it happened, I believe, as we were watching, we collectively lost our fucking shit.
I was like, what is happening right now? Is this a fucking fever dream? Like, what?
I thought Vince McMahon was back.
Maybe he is.
Because
maybe that is Danhausen.
I could not fucking believe that I was seeing this in 2026. I was not mad about it. I thought it was funny, and it did actually work for Danhausen especially. And then it got even better.
Yeah.
Because obviously then we get into the ring. The one part that really sticks out for me is when Danhausen basically sent that one, I can't remember what he called him, like camera boy whatever or something, but the one that stepped forward and then just...
yeah, I wish I could remember the name he called him. It was funny.
But he just punched Kit Wilson right in the dick.
yeah, it was so good.
But you had that, you had the interaction between him and John Cena. You had nice to meet you. It's a big fan. Big Fanhausen,
yeah. And then we got to see Danhausen do You Can't See Me.
Yes.
It
was so good.
I can't believe we got a You Can't See Me at this WrestleMania. That was not on my bingo card.
Yes. He takes out The Miz, gets the You Can't See Me, and then if we all look back at Elimination Chamber, when he came out of that box and he was in that ring.
So many people were so mad.
So many people. And then you had that little... Do you remember when he was in the ring in the chamber and you had that little explosion? Like that horrible little bit of smoke. And then he disappeared. Yeah, that pathetic little bit of smoke. And then he disappeared. And crickets.
Yep.
He does the exact same at WrestleMania where he goes to leave the ring from John Cena. Bang, puff of smoke. Pathetic puff of smoke. And the crowd lose their shit.
Yeah,
the
and
crowd
Cena is trying to keep it together too. And
exactly.
he's just giggling away.
And the whole crowd is just having a great time. This is what Danhausen is for.
Yes.
And this is how you do silly wrestling.
This is how you do the comic relief.
Exactly.
This was the comic relief, and it was done so fucking well. And I love that he also got the You Can't See Me, but also got to do the You Are Cursed. And the whole crowd did it. Even Cena did it. It was so good.
And then when they finish the segment, Danhausen leaves. You even have John, whether he's in character or not, and he thinks it's a nice touch. If it was the case, it was a nice touch, and well done, John, because he took the mic and he just kind of went, that was great.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great touch, regardless of whether he's in character or whether he genuinely meant that. That was a nice little touch because it was great.
Yeah.
We needed something like that, especially after night one, where night two was going so well. We have then the one match left. Exactly. You have that little bit of perfectly timed comic relief, like you said. And then we go into what we're now going to move on to, which is the main event of night two. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. And before we even get into the match, these two entrances were fucking iconic. These two, like, these are going to be looked back on because they were genuinely phenomenal. You had the dude in the drum, you had the dude in the piano for Roman, and then you had the singer, and they were just all perfect. Like, it was all on point. You could see then in the background you had Yokozuna, Sika, Haku, and High Chief Peter Maivia, and it was showing them. I think at one point then, because I think on the far edges we couldn't see it in the actual program because they weren't zoomed back enough.
Oh.
But at one point they actually did zoom back, and you just kind of got the end of what they were seeing, which was like Umaga and other family members as well. I just caught a glimpse of Umaga.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which was really cool. So seeing that phenomenal entrance, it was just so well done. Took I think once his music hit, I think you were saying it took him like 6 minutes to get to the ring.
I clocked to 6 minutes.
That's actually kind of good for
Roman.
No, it shouldn't be. We shouldn't be sitting here going, "Oh, it was only 6 minutes. That's not bad." But look, it's WrestleMania, pomp and circumstance. We expect
what his longest one was. I'm gonna have to Google that after.
Yeah, but then we get to Punk.
Minutes.
We get to the champion. Then we get to Punk's entrance, and it starts off with that promo, and it shows him on the roof of the Allegiant Stadium.
Oh yeah,
and it was really well done. And the music, I don't know if you know this, was his Ring of Honor music that was playing for that promo. It was the music he used during the Summer of Punk, during that Ring of Honor run. That was the music that he used. They didn't use This Fire Burns, which I would have loved. Like, I would have loved if they'd used it, if they had like done even a little transition into that and then straight into Living Colour. Which?
Like an echo of it.
Oh, that would have been a nice
touch. You know
touch.
what they should have done? You know, that silence with all of it black and they like stood at the spin, like a 360 spin.
Yes.
There should have been like an echo of that song.
That's a nice touch.
That would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But yes, we get two absolutely iconic entrances. And then we have them in the ring. We have a massive build-up for this match. Shitload of expectation.
Yep.
A lot of worry because are we going to fumble night 2 as well as night 1? Because night 2 was going so well. And then the two of them go on and put on an absolute fucking classic.
Yeah. No notes.
Yeah, like obviously I think...
I mean, there probably would be notes if we tried, but
But at the same time, you don't need to be too nitpicky with these things. It's like, I had a fucking great time watching this match.
Me too.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was back and forth. It was one of the first times in a long time. I can't remember the last time where I was watching a match and I genuinely couldn't see where it was going.
Yeah. Like, they had me on my toes. I was like, it literally could go either way. And the crowd itself were split.
They were. And that that added to it. So that crowd, fair play to, like, because the Vegas crowd, I think last year the Vegas crowd was much worse. This crowd was actually very good.
Yeah, and I did not have my expectations high after last year.
No, neither did I. So I was very happy with, or very surprised, happily surprised with that. But just the back and forth, the 50-50, it all added to it. And just the genuine, like, where are they going? Where are they going with this? And in the end, I think they went the right way. I think it's a bit more intriguing right now. You have the OCC getting the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That rhymed and I didn't mean it to.
Oh. Didn't know you could rhyme those words.
But yeah, like that with the Oba stuff after in the post show with Roman with the title now, it makes it that much more intriguing. You know, you have these kind of like Oba and Punk is interesting too, but like Oba should kind of kill Punk. Like, you know, he's fucking huge and he just destroyed Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So like there is that aura with Oba. Like, I hate that word, but it's a 2026 word.
Yeah.
But that aura with Oba and that aura with Roman and the two of them, my God.
Behemoths.
But I think we do have to like give a proper shout out to the match itself. Yeah. Like it was exactly what a WrestleMania Night 2 match should be, like main event.
100% agree.
I think they lingered at the end where we were thinking, is there something going to happen? Because obviously I had pitched The Rock come out and cost Roman, and The Rock was in Vegas, and everybody has that kind of like anytime Roman's involved, especially with Saudi Mania next year. you're expecting a Roman Rock, like, Rock's last match. I know the Saudis put a lot of money on the table. Would this have been the time? I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to happen. I was sitting there watching, going, "Oh, they're lingering. They're like, it's coming. It's coming." It didn't come.
No.
So, but in hindsight, I kind of like it. I kind of like the fact that Roman has won. We move on. We don't need to rely on The Rock. The Rock isn't the big headline coming out of this Mania. Punk and Roman are. The chemistry they have is Roman is the champion now. These are the headlines.
Yeah.
Oba Femi just being the next big thing, being on Brock, like taking out Brock, being on his level, all of that coming out of here.
Same. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen. And can I just ask one question as well from that match? Was CM Punk being like kind of heelish?
They were both being heelish at times.
Okay, it just seemed more obvious with Punk because he went and he grabbed the Ula Fala from that fan.
Yes.
And then he was like basically like mocking Roman, like it just seemed like he was really being a heel.
I can tell you exactly why it's more obvious when Punk does it. Because when you watch Punk and he tries to be a heel, he is actively trying to be a heel. He is like, I'm going to do some heelish shit. The Ula Fala, that's clearly disrespectful. People are going to boo.
Yeah.
Roman, when he does heelish shit, he looks cool as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he gets away with it more. Like, there was a point where he was just over Roman. He was over Punk and he was just beating down on him just ruthlessly. And you could feel, I think he was trying to garner boos, but he was just hammering away and the crowd was OTC, OTC. So, it's moments like that where it's like, okay, it's Roman is cool as shit. He's going to get away with things like that.
Yeah, it was almost like Punk was doing the gimmick heelish things.
Yes.
That he knew would get booed. Like, when you're going for the Ufala, mocking someone's thing, it's very like textbook heel. Yeah. Where Roman is more subtle, in a sense where he just like, I'm going to dominate you, I'm going to like fuck you up kind of thing.
I think he takes it a different way in the sense of, I'm going to do it and it's going to be a heel thing, but it's not my fault if they cheer.
Yeah.
Because look at me. I'm cool as a motherfucker.
Exactly. And question for Raw, do we think we're going to see Roman or Punk?
I think we are going to see Roman.
Okay.
There's been reports, and I don't know, did Roman say this himself? I think he now has a full-time schedule until SummerSlam.
Really?
I think that's why he has this title right now. I think because they've agreed that he's going to do like a longer run where he's going to be a lot more present. Now, I don't know, does that mean 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off? Does that mean any time off? Does it mean 3 weeks, 1 week? Does it mean once a month? We don't know what that is compared to Roman's.
It can't have to be more than once a month. Once a month is not enough.
No, yeah, if you're saying you're full-time, like if you're on the schedule you are now, once a month is probably more than what we would have got from Roman.
Every second week even would be fine.
Yeah, so that'd be twice a month then.
Yeah, twice a month. But it was every second week, so it would just be 1 week where we don't see him kind of thing in between. Yep. Then I think that would work.
Well, I guess we'll find that out tonight on Raw, and we'll be back here tomorrow for our Raw After Mania review. So we will.
Yeah, see how that goes. Before we wrap up, though, we did, if you remember yesterday, we did some predictions.
We did do predictions, didn't we?
We did.
How did they go?
So, all right, stop with you'll find out.
Oh, I found out. I want them to find out.
So, there were only 4 matches where we differed on. The first of which was the 6-man tag team match that started off night 1. I said The Vision, you said Usos and LA Knight. The Usos did win. The next one that we differed on was Gunter versus Seth Rollins. You said Gunter, I said Seth Rollins.
And then we differed on the ladder match. I said Javon Evans, you said Penta.
Yep.
So you were right with one. And then we differed on the main event, which was CM Punk and Roman Reigns. You went Punk, I went Roman. Yep. You went home crying. I went home with the FBW World Title. Predictions champion.
Yep. So you got 3 right. I got 1 right. So well done. Well done.
Good game. So on that note, what is our night 2 Turnbuckle rating.
Okay. I definitely think it went better than night one, so I'm going to give it a 10.
Fair. I am going to give it, because I will give it a 9.5.
Okay, we're kind of the same then. They're obviously, there's always room for improvement, but as a night 2 WrestleMania goes, I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was a very enjoyable night. It was a well done WrestleMania Night 2. You wish they could do more like that with both nights, but look, we ended on a high, just like this episode. So, thanks for listening, and we will chat to you next time.
See ya.